Yes, and I have not seen this, so this is going to be my first honest reaction. I didn't even know about this, so
All right, so we're gonna let it roll. So as a lot of people know, we're getting a Black Widow movie. I think it looks really stellar. Um, it just looks really good. It looks like it's a bit like a fun kind of a spy story, kind of like I'm kind of hoping it's going to be akin to what we saw with Winter Soldier. That same kind of like tension and action. And this trailer, man, last two trailers have looked so good. But in this, we get a sense that the Black Widow program is operating again, and looks like Black Widow and some of the former Black Widows, as well as the Red Guardian, are going to be basically coming out of retirement and coming together again in order to try and deal with some things from Natasha's past, as well as dealing with aspects of the Black Widow program that's still training and putting together these assassins. And we get a lot of good shots here of Taskmaster, who's one of our main villains. Those were some of the widows there from the training program. And then here's Taskmaster. And we see him using all his classic stuff from the comics, the shield and the sword and the whole bit. And we actually see in the trailer, too, they show us that he is able to mimic movements. He sees someone do something, and then he does it right back at them. And that's Taskmaster's unique ability. So I am quite excited about Black Widow. This movie looks like it's going to be really good. I've always enjoyed Scarlett Johansson as Black Widow going back to Iron Man 2. She was a pleasant surprise in that role. And in all the subsequent films, including the Avengers films, I thought, and especially Captain America Winter Soldier, I've just completely fallen in love with this character, much more than I had in the comics. I mean, Black Widow has been a fixture in the comics for a very long time, and I was always kind of cold to her. You know, it's like, oh, okay, it's Black Widow, whatever, you know. But they did a really good job of kind of introducing and selling us on this character. So much so, again, spoilers, that I was quite shocked at her eventual fate in Avengers Endgame. But I'm very excited for this movie. When they first announced it, I was kind of dismayed by the fact that this film's going to be, you know, not taking place and we're not getting Black Widow back, because I think Black Widow's death and Endgame is definitely set. I don't think they're going to walk that back. And I was like, wow, but
it depends on how well this movie does.
yeah. Well, we'll see.
It depends on how well this movie does. That's I'm telling you right now, Dave. That's the bottom line.
Well, I'm really looking forward to this movie. It looks like it's going to be a lot of fun. Especially, in all honesty, I think if you liked Winter Soldier, you like that action, that kind of espionage, that kind of, you know, James Bondish kind of story, I think that's what we're going to be getting with Black Widow. And I'm pretty excited for it. So I think this is going to be a good one. So everyone keep your eyes out for Black Widow for when it comes out in May. I think it's going to be a good one.
Yeah, so that's good. I didn't see a whole lot of new revelations, though, from this trailer. With the audio, I assume that you listened to, was there any revelations you got or anything that looked new? It looked to me like, you know, it had the same basic elements as the previous trailer. Did you notice anything new?
Well, the big thing from this trailer that's new is that they're obviously going to be coming at the new operatives, the new trainees, the new Black Widows. They're going to be coming in conflict with them. And then the big thing from this one is they kind of reveal, if you can read between the lines, that the villain in this movie has the ability to mimic other people's moves. That's his superpower. And for someone like Black Widow, mimicking her moves would make you a pretty formidable, you know, villain for her, because that's her fighting ability and her skills with weapons. That's what makes the Black Widow so formidable. So if you can suddenly take that off of the playing field, you know, it kind of changes the threat level. And then we saw in this trailer as well as the other one, we're getting a little bit more in here on their Red Guardian, which was basically intended to be Russia's version of Captain America. And the shots that we've seen, you can tell that Taskmaster is able to mimic his moves as well, which means even though he's superhuman, if he's able to also mimic his superhuman abilities, you know, that's pretty impressive. So, but those are the big reveals, is that they're obviously going to be coming in conflict with other operatives from the Black Widow program, and then they're just kind of showcasing their new villain in the Taskmaster.
Very cool. Very cool. Yeah, I am looking forward to this film. We did do a review of the other teaser, the previous teaser, and yeah, I am looking forward to it. I do think it's interesting. One good thing about introducing a lot of new characters is obviously we know Black Widow is going to get out of this okay, but with a lot of new characters, at least that way we have some more tension. These new characters we never see in any of the later Marvel movies. So
Right.
theoretically, any one of them or all of them could die, which hopefully they'll use that in the film to create some more tension, because that is a problem with prequels, is we know that Black Widow is going to make it out. So,
Well, and I've heard a lot of rumors that this film is actually going to set up too her sister, the blonde-haired lady in the trailer here, who's actually also a trained Black Widow operative. I've been hearing a lot of rumors that this film is going to help set her up to become the new Black Widow for the movies moving forward, and that she'll be kind
of the new Avengers stuff. I got that.
Yeah,
okay.
yeah, and she will be kind of taking
you.
Natasha's place as the Black Widow. And then
that makes a ton of sense for whatever it is, phase 5 or 6 or whatever we're in now. So
right.
that I could totally see that, because I know that's where they're headed. Obviously, with Falcon becoming the new Captain America, there's going to be a new Avengers movie at some point. That's the model. That's what they're going to do. I could totally see that we're going to get the new Black Widow. So yeah. I'm not sure how I feel about that. I'll have to see it. I'll have to watch the movie.
Yeah.
I don't know how I feel about that. So I like Scarlett Johansson. She's fine. So, but yes, they did kill her. But as we know, I mean, in comics, nobody stays dead. Science fiction, nobody stays dead. You know.
Right.
So, who knows what they'll do? Plus, remember, you also have this whole multiverse thing. So they can always just bring in an alternate version of that character. They gave themselves an out. They can bring back Iron Man. They can bring back anybody. They can bring back Thanos. It's just an alternate version, from an alternate universe. So they kind of put that door wide open. In fact, the Loki show is going to be based on the alternate Loki. The prime Loki, if you will, is dead. Right. That's been confirmed in stuff that I've read. So the Loki we're going to get is the Loki that stole the Tesseract in Endgame. So we'll see. We'll see what they do and all that kind of stuff. I am looking forward to this film though as well.
Very cool.